Let's talk Melissa. And in the short term, the forecast continues to be a little bit of a mess just due to the high uncertainty as to where the center of this system will wander over the next couple of days. So as you can see in our official track from the Hurricane Center, there's a little easier to read one. It doesn't look like a cone. It looks like a big circle because it is. And that is due to the models just being all over the place in the short term. That is not that unusual for a weaker system, a depression, or even a storm, because you can have a very difficult time finding the center. And when you have that problem, then everything else looking forward could be off because it may not initialize, meaning the model may not start at the place where the center truly is. So all the information after that would be just complete garbage. And even with that said, several models go north for the next 24 hours, and then that's where we start to see our separation in this. So I just want to talk about it, where again, the official forecast from the Hurricane Center has this passing more south of Jamaica before coming across Jamaica. And then here's the European model, the latest. You can see it swings a little farther out, becomes a Cat 4 before going over the western side of the island, so your Montego Bays and the Grills. Well west of Falmouth and Ocho Rios, and of course the Kingston port that's more in the southeast. But impacts would be likely all over the island. I think Ocho Rios between Friday and Sunday has 3 cruise ships going in. So those are likely scrubbed, and if not already, but will be soon. And regarding the forecast and the reason why it's still so tricky, at least we're entering a period over the next 24 hours where I think we'll get that confidence in which model has had the better take on this storm, whether European, for example, or could it potentially be the American. So as you see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll back it up again, this would be passing south of Kingston, Jamaica, where the American model already has it already over Hispaniola and moving out of the way. So if the American ends up being right, it's going to be a Sunday, Monday, and early Tuesday event for Hispaniola, Eastern Cuba, Turks and Caicos, and the far eastern Bahamas, as well as western Puerto Rico. But if the European has the better take on this, it will be a few days longer, and I think more islands impacted, where we'll go through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Mainly the Jamaican ports would be problematic. And then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday next week, that's where we see it cutting in across Cuba. And then Wednesday and Thursday, that's where we could have our system cutting right across central and eastern Bahamas. So the bottom line is it's a frustrating forecast in the way of the models just not having a good take on this. We are blocked as far as the U.S. ports. There is a cold front that is over South Florida, central South Florida on Thursday morning, as you see. And in the days ahead, there will be reinforcements coming in. That is Thursday, next Thursday the 30th, you're looking at right here. So that does give us at least some confidence in that this system for now does not look like a U.S. impact player, but for everybody, all the islands, everyone on ships, everyone taking flights, just want to again reiterate why this is frustrating and why we want to be super careful with this forecast. Hurricane Otis back in 2023, right where that eye is coming shore, that's Acapulco. They got hit by a Cat 5 hurricane when 13 hours previous. 13, it was a tropical storm. So with that said, and we're not saying that Melissa is the same storm or will play out, but having had history like that, by the way, this was 2 years ago, Saturday, that we had Otis. We're in the right time of year. The water temperatures are super hot. In fact, I'll show you. And then as we take a look at those temperatures, I just want to say I'll see you again tomorrow with an update on the forecast and what we expect. But yeah, water temperatures over here, 86 to 87 degrees that we're finding in areas where we would see Melissa potentially travel. So have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you with another update tomorrow on Friday. And those of you in these areas, definitely have some conversations and start making preparations for plans to deal with this system, whether it's over the second half of this weekend or the middle of next week.